Right, just a quick update, everybody. That's what I've been doing now. I've got me brand new springs on both sides. Just a very quick update this is, because I'm waiting for parts to come. But I've sprayed the Build Amber wax hole in here, an hole in the chassis at the back. Sprayed it all down there, a bit across here. I'm gonna have to wipe all the boot before I put my sound deadening on it, because I don't want any thing. I've just put tissue there because it just keeps running out. But yeah, it's all been cavity waxed inside all there, so that's all been done with Build Amber. And go underneath the car. There, my brand new springs. That's all been brand new bolts. Brand new bolts. All done across here. These are all brand new bolts on them. There you go. It's all been polybushed as well. All brand new bolts on this as well, if you can see. There you go, all brand new. Lovely. And brand new springs been put on, so that's been done on the car now. It's looking pretty good. There we go. Looks very nice now, that does. I've tapped all these as well. Tapped all the holes out on the shot plates and everything. The shot plates, the spring plates up there, they've been tapped out. They have as well. All these little holes have been all tapped out now, like you can see. If you can get focus, they've been tapped out as well. Ready for when I put the inside here, when I put the bumper supports for the bumper. Yeah, so just a quick update. These are all my new, well, my parts one have powder coated. I even powder coated them. They were brand new. Sandblasted and powder coated them. They're the old ones. They're all brand new. Sandblasted and powder coated them so it could stick. All brand new poly bushes on it. Powder coated them as well. They for the back axle, put on top so that they can go around it. But yeah, they're all ready. I'm just waiting for parts. That's my trouble. I'm still a bit messy in the garage. This is my axle, all been rebuilt. That's the old one, been polished up. Brand new bolts. These are brand new bolts, but I've got the red sealant on it. Oil in the back diff as well. I've levelled it and put oil in it, ready for when it goes back on. Let's get that off. But yeah, there are my drums, what I've done. There we go. All brand new bearings in it. It's all been redone. All this been redone, just wants to go clean now. It's dusty. There you go, that's this side. So yeah, it's all been done, it's all brand new. Brand new bolts and everything. Now, these are my alloys, what I'm going to shove on them. Just got to I've got to paint strip these. Strip them all down. Because these are old alloys, these are, but they're made in the UK. And they are genuine ones, these ones are. But they want all stripping and powder coating, stripping down. I'm going to powder coat them white. But yeah, they're the original alloys. They're not like a fake one. What they sell now. There we go. And then I forgot what size these are. They are quite wide. These are across here. They're quite wide, so they should just about fit. They did come off one of these cars. I'll just try it on and show you. Let me just put you down for a minute. Right, we're on. and just show you once they're in white them with the red drums. And then I am going to buy the centre caps what stick out as well with the MG logo. And I'm going to have a new tyre valve with the MG logo as well on them. But yeah, that looks quite nice when they're in white, powder coated. Very nice. Yeah, they're good alloys, nice alloys them are. I quite like them. So I'm going to see if I can get some paint stripper, get them stripped, just 2 of them, get them in white powder coat. Then I think once I put the axle back on everything, we can put these on with new tyres and put them on, because we can cover up them while we're doing the body, and we'll just wrap them up so we don't get any dust all over them. But yeah, looks very nice now. Once them alloys are done, they'll look like brand new then. Car's looking quite nice now underneath. Very impressed with it all. Paint. Like I say, it's very, very nice now. And I know all these bolts, these here, they're all stainless steel, but because they're going into metal, aren't they, up here, I've put copper grease on them and copper greased them as well. And them as well. They are stainless steel, but I've put copper grease on the threads before I put them, because with them being normal metal to stainless steel, I just thought I'll put a bit of copper grease on them and then they're done. But yeah, it's looking quite nice underneath here. Very nice. These brackets, what I've put on at the back, I've sprayed on top of the bracket before I put them on. I sprayed that Build Amber wax. Did about 4 coats, then I put that on and bolted them on. Same on these as well. I sprayed these about 4 times with Build Amber wax. When I bolted them up, it's got a wax layer between the boot and the bracket. So, be honest, it won't rot again, will it? I'm hoping. Got to try and do the job right. Yeah, like I said, I've tried to tap and dial these out. So that's for my petrol tank there. Petrol tank is here. This is another petrol tank, a nice one, all been painted. There's a mark on there. I'll try to polish that out. Yeah, I'm going to take that out. I'm going to put a brand new petrol pipe on that. Just got to make sure that thread's good, because it's not going in. But we'll sort that out. We'll look about getting a tap and tapping it. Yeah, that's all done. That's all been painted. Nice. That's the sender unit. Tells you the fuel level. I've stripped this down, took this off, cleaned it all with sandpaper, well, some wet and dry, and I've tested it with my meter on the Holmes thing, and it does work perfect. So I'm hoping that's a winner. That's just an old seal off it. Just waiting for all brand new seals to come for this. I have sprayed all on this 4 coats of Build Amber wax on top of the tank. Not around here, I've left that, but around all the rest I've done that, because with it being against, well, once it goes up on the car, any mud, or I'm hoping, I'm only going to drive it in summertime anyway, so it won't get muddy or anything, I'm hoping. But I'm going to try and do the job right. So I've sprayed that on for giving it protection on top of the tank, because when I took my old one off, it was that rusty on top. It was unreal, so I've done that to give it a lot more protection. But yeah, like I said, all my bits are lovely and shiny. These turn out really well, these do, but with my back diff being so big, I couldn't put it in the oven. That's turned out dull, but that bit hasn't. I put that in the oven, that was fine, but that's turned out a bit dull. I'm a bit disappointed in, but it is what it is. But that's how they turn out when you do the job right. yeah, so I don't know about this grease stuff. I don't know if you have to put them on these. I didn't think you did, but you must do, 'cause it was in the packet with them. I'm not really I don't know about that, but I'm gonna have to just put a smear of it on, I suppose. But yeah, they're ready for go all on. They look very nice, they do. The poly bushes look a nice proper job, they will, when you pour them on the cart. Nice proper job. We'll put the grease on around here, stop it rusting, I suppose, hopefully. But yeah, look quite nice when it's done. And yep, very nice. I'm very impressed with it. So it's coming on now, but like I said, just waiting for parts. I was going to make my own brake pipes for this, but I've got the brake pipe tool for flaring the ends and everything. But I did have some copper piping somewhere on this bench. This is it, and I polished it. So yeah, but I bought these ends thinking they would fit if it focus. Oh, let's try and get it focused a bit. I bought them ends and they're the wrong ones. They need to be longer. That's how my flaring tool focus. That's my flaring tool. It works out really nice. Done many cars replacing brake pipes. It's always worked out perfect for me, but like I said, when you put it into put that back down. When you put it into these brakes here, that is too small. I didn't realise. I've been sold them saying it would fit a MG Midget, but probably do somewhere on the car at the front, but they don't do on these back cylinders, so it's a bit dusty. I'm gonna have to polish it up again. Try to polish up all this axle so it looks a bit better. Yeah, so I've got some nice brake pipes coming for it. Quite expensive. They were £80 for them, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to all this expense and work and effort and getting it like this, dead shiny and nice underneath, like brand new. And I just thought, you know what, instead of making my own out of cheap copper piping, what apparently some people say it isn't copper piping, it will rust, so I'm not even going to bother. I'm just going to have, like I said, I have ordered the £80 brake pipes in a box for the whole lot with the clutch pipe. So you know what, just get it done. I've had to order, where is it? No waffling on a bit. I've had to order brand new straps because that's split. I've got brand new bolts and everything for this, so I've got them now. What else? You've seen all inside the drums and everything, they're all brand new. All the screws are all brand new, everything. It's just all been done. Like I say, it looks quite nice with them alloys. Once I've powder coated them white with the green car with the white roof, I think it looked quite nice. And the powder coated drums, the front brake calipers are going to be the same in that red, so they should pop and look quite nice through the alloys. And you can just about see them, but yeah, like I said, I've got to order the badges, the things for caps for them. I'm going to measure them because there's certain sizes when I've looked online, so I think I'm just going to order a set and just bang them on. About 40 quid for, I think it's going to cost me roughly about 40 quid, is it, roughly? For 4 or more, I don't know, but it has to have them, it's got to have them, because I don't like it like that, because I know I've powder coated all this inside, but I want it all done right. If I'm going to have a cap on, it look nice, I want it. But yeah, that's my progress. I've got my dodo matting, that's come. Put in the boot, but I'm just going to let that go off even more. Not putting it on yet. I'm going to let that to go off that paint before I put it all on, but all this is going to be hidden then, isn't it, with dodo matting, and then they're going to be have it on. Them I'm leaving. I'm not putting any dodo matting on that or on these, just on the boot floor. Just get rid of this tinniness, and I'm going to just put them on this panel as well. And once I've done the doors as well, I'm going to put on the doors the dodo matting as well, and all the floor pans, and just for that, so it sounds nice when it's driving. Yeah, so it's looking good. It's dead shiny. Like I say, I haven't put the bolts in for the thing. I did put them in for line up the bracket on both sides, and then I bolted them from underneath. Then I took the bolts back out because I haven't painted all that yet, and that's got to be done once the back end's back together again. And I've got the wheels back on. I could then probably put them on, set these ramps, and lift the front end up as high as we can possibly get it, right up in the air, and then I can carry on then with all these floors from there straight back then to the end where they've finished the floors, and then we'll finish off the welding in the bonnet area in the engine bay. Rid all this out, get in the engine bay. We'll finish off all the welding, and then we'll get all the engine bay all stripped down to bare metal, rust treat what we need to do, get that all ready, then stone chip the bottom of it so it looks all dead nice, and then we're going to paint all that. We're going to stone chip these as well. That's all brand new, all brand new metal. So I think I'll clean all these up, bare metal them and everything, and we'll get them in stone chip and seam seal it, stone chip, so they're done. And then I'm going to see if I can leave these, don't stone chip. I'm just going to rub them down, rust treatment and everything, bit of body filler if I need it, and try to get them as shiny as I possibly can, because you're going to see a bit of that, aren't you? And on top of these wings as well, you're going to see them. And the other side, so we're going to have to do the seam sealing really neat, because I want to seal up these seams a bit on both sides. So I think we'll run some seam sealer around this. I don't know if I change this one or not. I've done the other side, put a brand new one on, so I don't know about changing this one, put a brand new one on, or leave it and just see how good we can get it, and then seam seal it up and spray it. But yeah, it's looking good now. I'm very impressed with the looks of it. Like I say, it's all been painted everywhere in that boot and all underneath, like I said. So yeah, I'd say even that bit's been stone chipped and painted. That valance must have showed you in the other clip. Yeah, so we're getting there. I can't remember anything else. Trying to think what else. I think that's it really. I'm just waiting for parts, so once they come, I think this weekend, I'm sure everything should be here. So I think we'll crack on at the weekend. I might film it as well, doing some bits and bobs as well, getting this back axle back in. I'm hoping by this weekend, hoping Saturday I can get this axle in, hoping. Depends if parts turn up, ain't it? But yeah, I don't know if I mentioned right up here, you can get up right up here. I've got in with me Build Amber spray lance thing, and I've coated that about 4 times in there, so I'm leaving that now. I might, once I've done it, I might go up there with some engine oil and spray it again to give it more protection, but I'm trying to protect it the best I can. It's only because basically over winter, when I'm keeping it in the garage, it gets a bit damp, it won't rot on me at all, but like I said, it won't go out in the rain, I don't think, unless I go out and it doesn't mention rain, then it rains. But other than that, I won't be driving it in the rain, the car. It's one of them where it's going to be a classic car, so it's going to be driven as a classic car. All in there has been wax oiled, and all in there it's all been wax oiled, like I said, with that Build Amber wax. Even at the back of the lights, I've even seam sealed it and painted it all so it looks the part, and it's all fully protected. Plus I thought if I seam seal these lights at the back of here, then water can't get in. I might just put a tiny bit of seam sealer around these bits once I bare metal it and put the primer on. I might then just seam seal around the seam to stop water getting in, but I'll see. I don't want to affect the light ceiling either, so I want to have a look at that. But yeah, it's looking alright. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm happy with all these parts now. They look dead nice. I'm just still a bit niffed about how dull that is, but it is what it is. Yeah, that seal, what I've used for the back diff is that stuff, and it's like mega expensive for what it is, but it's good stuff apparently. So, you know, if it says it's good stuff, you don't get much in a bottle. Well, I suppose it goes a bit far away, but that's it. Yeah, it's meant to be good stuff. I put it all on with the gaskets. I left it for a good day and a half, and then I put the oil in it. Like I said, it's sitting there with the oil in it. I just thought I'll put the oil in it, so it's done. But yeah, it's looking alright. That's that catching on my spray mask. But yeah, looks alright with that alloy on. I'm happy. Back diff feels lovely when you turn it. There's no play in it hardly. It's absolutely lovely. It's perfect, that is, I think. That's my socket what I used for do the back bearings. That's my socket there. Welded it up, put some welds on it just for keep it. It did the job, so happy days. Just welded it up any old out, did the job. So done that. Because, like I said in one of my episodes, it's got a massive thing, and I don't use this socket at all. It's just an old socket, and I thought I'll just weld it on, then I can torque up me bearings. So I did that as well. But yeah, I'm just waiting for parts to turn up, and then we can carry on with the project. And then, like I said, once it's done, we'll get these floor pans done. Then we'll start bare metaling all the floor pans in it, and get the steering column out, get the dashboard out, get all the wiring loom out, strip it down to a bare shell then, and then we can empty all the car out, do all the floors, bare metal it all, get it all in paint, all stone chipped and everything, all in paint, and then we can crack on then. I've seam sealed, I've welded all these up all the way across here, and I'm going to carry on. Got to do this little bit here. I've welded them up for one reason. I know I've already spot welded them through as well, but I've welded them up for one reason. I'm going to grind them down a bit so they're a bit flushy, to just stop water, if it does go underneath the seal, stop it getting into that seam. That's all what I've done that for. I think once once we get Build Amber wax in, it's not going to go into that seam spraying up, is it? It will partly, I suppose, but I just wanted to get it in, bit of weld all the way across, just to stop any dampness. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know if it's going to work, but we'll try it. I'm just trying my utmost best to keep the car, sealed up the best we can. Stop water, stop dampness. That door fits nicely. Like I said, we've just got to sort things out bit by bit in here. Just bare metal it all. But yeah, happy days. Looking better already. I've got me seats to go in. Just wondering what that is there. Is that a hole for the... I hope that's the hole for the seat. If not, I'll have to weld it. Anyway, goodbye everyone.